It's a market that business has been slow to tap, but the signs are that several well-established names are now gearing up to take advantage of the so-called pink dollar, the spending power of the gay and lesbian community. Accounting for about 10% of the overall market, research from Australia suggests that it's a group business ignores at its peril. From Sydney, Michael Peshat reports.
In Sydney, this is the season of the annual Gay Mardi Gras, an extraordinary parade by the city's gay and lesbian communities. 500,000 people line the streets to watch the floats, but those involved are flaunting much more than just their bodies. The Mardi Gras is a vivid demonstration of gay and lesbian spending power. It's the single biggest money-earning special event in the Australian calendar, pumping nearly $40 million into the local economy alone. The gay market is something companies can no longer afford to ignore.
Lesbians earn $100 a week more than the average woman. Lesbians are, I think it was 12 times more likely to have a tertiary degree than the average Australian, let alone the average woman. We have more disposable income. I think really it's the advertisers' loss if they ignore us.
Multinationals as well as corner shops are chasing the so-called pink dollar. This music comes from a CD called Sensual Classics, put out by Warner's. As is clear from the cover, it was initially marketed specifically at the gay community. Some within the company are understood to be dismayed about the campaign, but other firms are beginning to follow suit.
Smirnoff Vodka has been a long-time advertiser to the market, as has Jim Beam Bourbon Whiskey. We are now seeing an increasing number of organisations who are looking at the market. For example, the New Zealand Tourism Board have just launched a major promotion directed at attracting gay and lesbian travellers.
The statistics make a compelling case for companies to target the market. The research shows that over 60% of Australian gays travelled overseas last year, well above the national average. They make up a highly paid elite, and yet there is still considerable corporate reluctance. Toyota was the first international motor manufacturer here to advertise in the Gay Mardi Gras programme. They've been much less visible this year. All concerned are acutely aware of the stigma that might be attached to being too closely associated with gay consumers. But according to those in the industry, that can be overcome, depending on where you actually place the ads.
We find with many of our clients that they prefer a niche strategy, so they will tailor-make a campaign directed towards the market and will utilise gay and lesbian media for that campaign. Now that sort of a campaign can be handled in a very sensitive way.
Tellingly, the Sydney Mardi Gras has so far failed to attract a single major corporate sponsor. But with over 40% of gays now believed to be holding down managerial positions, the irony is that the sequin creation sashaying past is most likely being worn by someone's boss.